Okay, Lisa?
Amber and I are here on behalf of Main Street tonight. We wanted to discuss a few things for the Main Street Block Party in June and hopefully get some approvals from you guys. The event is scheduled for June 27th from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock here on the Courthouse Square. Same procedure as last year, inflatable games, vendors, food, community participation with additional games and prizes for the kids. And then a band, and we would like to continue the beer garden that we've had for the last 2 years. That is permitted through Main Street. We pull our own permit, and we have a licensed bartender that does that. And we do fence it off so that nobody can get out. For that event, we would like to use the inside of High Street for the foam party mostly. The inside of Market Street for vendors and food, and possibly the outside of Market Street as well, if we could just keep everything together in those two corners of the street, basically, mostly for safety, but also to keep everything conducive and tight together. We also want to do a parade. It would be a bicycle golf cart parade to kick off the event. So probably about 4:30 or 4:45, we'd have a parade come through real quick uptown to kick everything off. Is there anything that I missed in all of that?
Any concern with closing both sides of the road? Anybody have questions?
What time would you close off Market Street?
Probably mid-afternoon.
I think last year, we started closing down about 1 o'clock.
And we could tailor it if we needed to move it back a little bit. We just need to have enough time to get the vendors and food in there so that they have a chance to set up. Generally, they would need at least an hour, if not a little longer. So we can work within a time constraint. It works for you.
I don't know. I'm just thinking, with the mustard seed and other things, they have more business later into the afternoon than what we used to, and the shops up here on one time, so not.
Yeah. So they're actually going to be pulling some of their operation outside to the corner for the evening so that they can serve their drinks within the block party and actually kind of participate within it. So they understand that the street was an option for us to use.
And I think the wine shop closes at noon on Saturday.
So.
And then we're open, Haven League is open until 4, that we're fine with that.
Whatever, just give them adequate window, whether it's 1 or 3 or whatever, whatever it is.
You guys will be doing that, so.
You can coordinate with Doug this
Yeah, let me know what you're going to need from us.
Absolutely. Meet with you. Okay. Somebody want to make a motion?
I'll move. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for
All right.
Cindy is not here. I believe Dave is going to give the update.
Yeah, TIF management redevelopment report. I'm just going to hit the highlights unless you really want me to go through all of it. But our finances for the TIF district, West Central, which is Montezuma, Central is Rockville. Our revenues received has been $323,374.90. Expenses paid $71,805.64. Our fund balance as of right now is $1,192,990.80. The TIF expiration date will be 11/28 of 2031. So, unless something changes, yes. Our total assessed value is $14,873,600. Our net assessed value is $13,469. Excuse me, let me do that again. $13,469,191. Our base is $4,873,600. $148,763.16, and our total assessed value, or our incremental value is $9,284,427.84. And you're welcome to go to Gateway and look this up for yourself if you want to. I suppose if somebody wants this, we can make a copy of it tonight, but,
Any question about what a tip is? It's kind of,
yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
heck, it's a tip. Does anybody? Question? No? Okay.
What is it, Dick?
There you go. Well, it's called tax increment financing. And you can set up a district, I think ours was set up, what, 0506?
I actually can tell you that. It was 06.
Well, 06. And it's basically from Scott Pet down to 36 and then east of Billy Creek and I believe it's around the square. And once it's set up, any improvement in property, commercial property owner, non-residential, any improvement, that increased tax basis for that improvement goes into a TIF fund. And it was set up to help towns and municipalities save money to do redevelopment. And that's basically what it is. And they have an expiration date, as David mentioned. And they've, over Montezuma, they've done a lot of utility work over there to help with it. In Rockville, this district has, they contributed Market Street, or Howard Avenue project. They totally paid for the 41 North Sewer project. And they're the group that's bought the bank, the Old National Bank, and going to renovate that. And once that's done, they'll transfer that to the county. But that's what it is and what they do.
And we did have an East TIF that was dissolved a few years back.
Out of Ferndale, it's out Ferndale way. So yeah, it's a handy project or a mechanism to save money.
These are small business loans too.
Oh yeah, they also have a rule or a small SBA. They have a revolving loan fund, and you can't get financing from any other source. You get turned down, you can go to the redevelopment commission, and they can review the loan and determine whether or not they should make a loan up to $20,000. It's been used a lot around town over the last few decades.
Dave, is there any current projects? Are there any current projects in the works for the Central District?
Just the bank, buying a national bank, which will end up being, a county annex. I believe the prosecutor's office, health department, and will be in it. They'll have a big meeting hall, which we can use. Partnership, Park County will be in there. There should be, we're talking about things right now. We'd like to set up all the incorporated towns in the county will have an area in there for historical,
The main lobby. Yeah.
main lobby will be, so it should be, it's going to be a really nice project when it's done. Obviously, we've started on it. We tore down the old drive-through. That should be, as far as the outside work, that should be about all we do. I'm sure they'll change part of the awnings and that kind of thing, but mainly the project will be upstairs. If you've never been upstairs, it was like walking back into 1972, and it's amazing up there, and hopefully it'll be something to see when we're done. It's going to try to keep most of the facade inside there with the old glass offices and stuff. It's really pretty cool up there. So
Steps are an adventure to get up there.
we are installing an elevator. So, but yeah, going upstairs right now is pretty tough. Steps are like 6 inches and they're steep. So, but I don't remember the completion date, but I believe it was gonna be
Into
mid.
27.
I was thinking we were pushing it back to 28, but it may, we'll see what happens.
Hope to start this fall.
Supposed to start this fall, yes. So,
Any other questions? I don't see anybody from the fire department, so Bill,
I have nothing.
all you, Doug.
Oh, boy.
What? Wow.
Well, you're exciting, Doug. What's going on?
So we had 18 locates, 6 work orders. We've been out patching. So far, we've got the wastewater plant, Parkway Drive, Voorhees, Virginia Street, Black Mills Road, and Cook Street. The light poles, all the light poles, I know I sent you guys an email, so the public knows all the light poles on 41, all the new ones we bought, all have been installed and working. Waiting on the ship for this year.
Right.
We do have 2 south, one that the lady hit by on Mecca Road there. They kept going out, so we ended up digging up around them, and when she knocked the base over, it broke the conduit and cut some wires. So we did have to go. I believe they got them on now. Pulled new wire all the way through it, had to dig it all up, put a little conduit in there. So they should be back on tonight and everything. And then we did have to, as over on Voorhees, we had a wastewater pump go down yesterday afternoon. We was able to pull it out, and we had a backup one. We got it changed out. I reached out to BBC Pump, and they called me back just as I was walking in. Sounds like we're going to take the pump to them, because we're not going to buy in this area. They're going to go tear it down and see if it can be rebuilt, or give me a price of a new one. So as soon as I get that, I'll pass it on. But if they can't rebuild it, we'll have to buy a new one.
So is that a forced, one of our forced?
Yeah, it's a small one. It's like a 6 horsepower.
How many do we have, forced lines, mains, and dirt?
Well, we got the big ones. What is that?
We have Virginia, we have Bill.
Bill Brown's, Strawberry Road. We have the 2 south of town. We have the Virginia Street. We have east on 36. Those are our big ones. And then Voorhees, we have a small 6 horsepower Strawberry Rainbow Drive.
Where?
Rainbow Drive has a small pump,
Okay.
and Primrose has a small pump.
We're down there, across from Welding Shop.
That's 36. Thormeyer lives.
So the Billy Creek one's not ours.
Billy
That's
Creek
theirs.
belongs to the hotel.
Okay.
But, yeah, so it's not ours, so it's a good thing. It's not a real good one. So I got a price on that. We'll continue doing street repairs, and you guys will be working on some water stuff. We did find the water line we've been looking for about a week and a half out south of town. That was put in private, and we've been trying to locate it so the cemetery out there can get on it. And we did finally find it. It wasn't even close to where everybody's told us for years that it was going to be. So UMAC will be coming in, I think, tomorrow to make that tap, shoot her down the road for us.
You go bore into the road?
Yeah, they have to go under the highway on the opposite side of the road.
Yeah.
So they'll be in tomorrow to do that, I believe. And then we're set up, I believe, the first week of May. We're going to team up with the fire department and flush hydrants. I'll be putting that on our Facebook page so people know. Be ready for low pressure or discolored water. And then remind everybody that cleanup day is this Saturday, the 25th, from 9 to 12. Please make sure that you call and get on the list if you need stuff picked up. Has to be outside by the road. We cannot enter a house. So if you do have something that needs to be brought outside, find some help so we can get by and get it. The sooner you call, we can get the list made and make sure we get you on the list. And then last is we did have a little fender bender a few days ago. One of my guys backed into the new fire department building. Put a little dent in the metal. Talking to Jim, no damage to the truck. Talking to Jim, no more of this. We're going to buy a piece of metal and just take it off and put it on so we didn't have to mess with insurance and all that. So, but I did talk to Jim. We got paper signed what happened. I signed it. The guy that hit it signed it, and Jim's going to sign it, so we do have a record. So we'll be making that repair. That's all I have.
I do have one question on your cleanup. You wanna tell everybody a list of stuff they can't bring down there?
Oh, like electronics, tires, paint, cleaning solutions, stuff like that we cannot take. Household appliances, refrigerators, and TVs. A lot of people try to bring TVs down. We can't take TVs. But mostly everything, furniture, couches, mattresses, and all that stuff we can take. There'll be guys down there, be like 2 or 3 down here, and I'll have 2 or 3 running around town picking up things. So, yeah, so we're set up. Everybody's ready to come in. It's usually a pretty good day. It's not too bad. It's calling for rain this year.
So what about your bids you got, or case?
Oh, and then I did see you guys email you the bids for the street repairs. If you guys, any of you guys get them? So these are like water digs that we've had. That Howard and Jefferson, that is part of Jefferson and then part of Jeff Gooch's parking lot that we had to get into. It's blacktop and everything. That's why it's a little high. And like I said, the rest of them are just digs that we made for water repairs, sewer repairs, and everything.
Did you happen to get a hold of them about Hook Street?
Yes, they're coming later this week to look at that. So.
Did you talk to Jackie about what we talked about?
Yes, he even mentioned that today. He said they're still working on a quote on that.
Okay.
So hopefully once I get that, I'll email it to you guys.
What, do we need to do anything with this?
Yeah, if you guys want to approve these, you can. That way we can. They're in town now working for CenterPoint Energy and Hank Mill.
So what's the total, 10,838?
That's what I got. They do a nice job. The Howard Avenue Jefferson is a little high because in the parking lot and high travel, we're going to put concrete under it, so and everything. So it's a little higher.
We got money in outside services, it looks like it.
What do we have under,
Materials and supplies.
where are you at? What vehicle, where you at?
I was looking at water, I mean, if it's for water repair. Depreciation from the water fund, pretty good shape still. I don't know if we got any other major.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do it from there, yeah.
Either depreciation or outside services.
Just to be clear, what Doug and I talked about was the alley at the post office.
Yeah.
Having them guys come in, mill it, and resurface it.
Which guys?
Case.
Okay.
We get a lot of complaints about it, so
After
while they're in
decades.
town, yeah, I mean, if they could do it somewhat reasonably, since we can't get it on community crossroads.
Yeah, I can't do alleys for that community crossroads. I heard the other day they might double the amount on that. Somebody was telling me this. Was it you?
That's what the governor would like.
That would be nice.
Since we have it fairly low surplus in the state.
It's a suspended.
You are keeping the road inventory up to date, but
I thought we
What?
should,
the road inventory,
Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of it. I need to get out, try to get it finished up.
I thought we couldn't do alleys if they didn't have a name. Can we just not do them
I
at all?
don't think we can do
Can't
it
do it.
all.
It has to be 2-lane.
Okay.
They're not wide enough. So. Same reason we couldn't get cemeteries. So.
Hey, Nick.
I guess.
Well, Steve,
Can we widen the alley?
Go ahead and make a contract for the work, was specified,
got the motion?
take from outside services.
I'll say.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's all I have on my part. I do have some information for Mike Lewis for UMAC. I can go ahead on it.
Go right ahead.
So talking to Mike, they pulled high service pumps 4 and 2. 4, he knows for sure, will be a new pump. And then well motor 6 has been pulled. 2 and 6, they're looking into warranty on it and possible, if the last storm went through, was it last month, I believe, that took out the pole out here east of town. There's a possibility, according to Peerless, that power surge in the tree and the pole broke. It could have caused them to burn up. The last case, it might be a little bit of warranty, but also applies to you want to file the insurance claim to pay for it. So they're going to work on that, and as soon as he has a price and anything on warranty, he'll let you know. He just wanted me to give this small information so you know what's coming. Okay. That's all I have for Mike.
You got anything, Bruce?
The only thing I had was the HVAC quote from last meeting. He's not going to be there. I called Andrews, but he's not coming the way to 6. So.
Okay. Any word on the, we signed a contract for UV replacement?
Yeah, he's gonna. We had the electricians out last week to see what all needs to be moved, and he'll be coming in May. So.
Good.
Yeah, everything's getting ready to go. So we need to do that.
Randy?
I just have a couple things. So claims total the amount of $487,704.04.
Anybody have any other questions?
Well, your 941 stuff, what time period did that cover?
I can send you all of the details on those, but there was one back from 2023 and I think 2018.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's just the stuff that comes through on end time, doesn't audit.
Right.
Putting together a little bit more information on checking to see if all of those totals are accurate. So I think it has to do with some of the reporting
Yeah.
to the IRS.
Okay. Our electric bill, didn't we? 184,000. Anything else of interest in there? Nope. I'll move.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I just have the minutes, I adjusted those minutes to include a gentleman's name in attendance at the March 16th meeting, so that's just an update in those, and then April 6th, and I put a note on there if you were absent on those as well.
Questions, corrections, motion?
I'll move.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Get more in.
All righty, old business. I think Mr. Goggins has agreed to be on the cemetery board.
Yeah, I met with Park today.
Yep. He's excited. So I'll move.
Put him on.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. Congratulations.
Yes, shall we clarify the,
I mean, whoever can speak upon this, but after the,
okay, yeah, so there was a lot of discussion and misunderstanding about the sprinkler program that we discussed last meeting. It is a completely voluntary program. The $20 payment is a one-time payment per year. They average the 6 months of winter, as we just started October through
March.
And that is what you will pay for your water. You'll pay for your weight, your water, whatever the amount is, whether it's 3 gallons or 20,000, you'll pay for that at the regular rate. But it will not be charged the wastewater. It will be charged just that 6-month average.
Mm-hmm. And I did a lot of people reached out, more so out of curiosity. Some were very adamant of, I want to sign up right now. what I found in some of those, I've got a couple of customers that aren't gonna save any money. They feel like they're a heavy water customer, but they're really not, when it comes to this. Got a customer, saving $100 on the year, one that's been very adamant about it, since I've been in office here, maybe we'll, save $40 on the year. Not that they can't sign up, I mean, if they wanna sign up, they can. Got one that's gonna, save $140. And I think I had one in here too that would end up costing them about $30 a month if they chose to sign up. So it's just a matter of when that's all ready to be put out there. We still have an ordinance that we'll need to have all of those details within. But it's just gonna be a matter of running the numbers to see if a customer would like to sign up. There'll be an application, just a brief application. The $20 fee was a suggestion, but I don't feel like we should do that any higher. That was just a suggestion from Clinton. So that's what I kind of had passed along to Meg as well. Do you guys good with the $20? I mean, I feel like it's sufficient enough. It covers, but I don't think charging $50 when I've seen some of the little savings that it's going to have to people, I don't see more than $20. But that's just my opinion. So if everybody's good on that, then we'll just move forward with what I sent in it.
But again, it's completely voluntary, and we considered this because we've had multiple requests from people in the town.
And their billing will be 2 months behind, right?
Yes, I mean, as it always is, but your sewer will basically be set with the winter, using those winter months average. So, but if anybody has a question of, hey, I'm just curious, I feel like I use a lot of water to water my garden, then I can run the numbers and let them know. So I do think a lot of people will be surprised that you have to be a pretty heavy water user for it to constitute a savings to you, but we're willing to run those for anybody that's interested. And we'll announce that because we will have to still, I mean, we did make the motion to move forward with it, but we will have to make that motion and actually approve that ordinance, so that time could be determined.
Yeah, I got about 3 I'm working on right now, so should have those soon.
Thank you.
Any other business?
Well, yeah, you're working on that modification sewer ordinance, apparently the 5/8 water line. It applies to all water line
Yeah.
size regardless.
The chickens and the sprinkler are the 3 I'm working on.
Okay, interesting combination.
Little light reading.
Uh-huh.
And a clarification, just to touch base on that wastewater, was being addressed the way it was just that it only affected those 5/8 customers. They actually do end up calling that a customer charge, so that 15 and some change, 15.56, maybe 14.56, that customer charge will then be increased by $15. Keystone has made me aware of that, basing customer charge, that way the $15 will affect everyone, not just the 5/8 meter. So that's how we're
Okay.
kind of clean up. I assumed that it was to everyone,
Yep.
businesses, anybody, even the
Yep.
residential, if you have a larger meter, but I just wanted to clean up that language somewhere.
Any other old business? New business?
Oh, well, yeah, cemetery, we sort of had a cemetery meeting, didn't have a quorum. Carla had to be out of town today, but, so we didn't have, just one board member there, and now we have another one, so we'll have another meeting soon. But anyway, we'll be discussing things, have one resident in, some questions about cleanup, and things that are on the hooks, are they automatically taken off and cleaned up, or how's that work?
Depends, I guess, one, if it's Christmas, anything like that, it's gone.
Okay.
And then the condition of it, so if it was removed and it had Christmas stuff in, that's why it's removed.
Yeah, they were upset.
This is the first, right before quitting time, I heard somebody was complaining, but
Yep.
I never heard what happened, so.
Some flowers were removed that, And they took pictures, of course. We have pictures. So yeah, some flowers were removed off hooks, and they were thinking, well, why would they be taken off hooks if they weren't on the ground?
You move the hooks, don't you?
No.
So that was one complaint. The other issue they have is the state of the grass. They had several, given 2022, I don't feel like the grass is sufficiently came in to where it should be. And we have one that was from recent, Garrett's in 25. I don't know how late in 25 that was.
No, I'm not sure.
But, so yeah, there's concern about the condition of recent plots and some to go back a few years. Yeah, I'll give these back to Brandy. You can take a look at these, and then you say, give them to Brandy when we're done with them, go pick them up. But those were a couple complaints. Stuff on hooks, is it automatically taken off, or what's the process for that?
Yeah.
And then the condition of the grass and some of the plots. So that's an update on the cemetery. Brandy, you sent out an email, I don't know if you're going to address it, about that refund for the LPA refund.
I just got that this afternoon, but I thought I'd go ahead and share that.
Yeah, I would just split it between the three utilities, I suppose, and miscellaneous revenue.
Yeah, I think that's probably where the bill, the invoice was paid for prior. So yeah, that'll offset that. The invoice was $13,000 and the reimbursement was $15,000.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll put that back into the water things, and I don't know what all, I did miss the cemetery meeting, but, what was presented to me, and this is just what the customer had said, I think they were upset because according to them, there are still Christmas stuff on hooks, but their stuff was taken down.
Okay.
So I think that's what they had mentioned, asking some questions, and it just so happened to be that there was going to be a meeting at noon, so I suggested that they come back
Okay.
and actually talk to you all about that.
Oh, I have.
Anyone else?
Oh, I have something else, sorry. Yeah, there's more thing. There is a meeting coming up next week, Monday. What's that? It's lit discussion, local income tax discussion coming up online, 3:30 to 4:30. Ames putting it on. Has anybody else received that email? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd highly recommend you can 10 to 10. I don't know when we did that. Yeah. So yeah, it'd be worthwhile attending that. It's next Monday, 3:30 to 4:30. Ames is putting it on, which is Celery, Indiana. Municipalities. So yeah, good stuff. Sure, be exciting.
It's like a webinar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
I don't recall.
Take that. But yeah, my understanding is we'll lose some income, but then the county has to turn around. The objective of the county elected officials is to make us whole, keep us whole where we're at. Just be called different source, but we will hopefully not lose any and maintain what we have.
Take care of it, we need to.
I know. All they did was shift the burden. All they're doing is shifting the burden.
Yes.
Of who's paying what. Shell game. Typical politics. No, no.
Do you have any other updates? Do you have anything?
Just one more point. I don't recall, I mean, it's been so long ago, you mentioned it now, but I don't recall that we got TIF financing.
They put in $400,000 for that.
For the Howard.
For Howard.
Just right there at the corner, is that how we got on that? Because that was on.
Well, I can't.
I'd have to look, it's been so long, maybe, I mean.
It
if we
was,
did that.
yeah, it's been about 11 years ago. I think I have in 2015.
I mean, that's great if you did, and all, but I'm just.
Yeah, it's been quite a while. It's amazing it's been that long.
Yeah.
Any public comments or questions, input? Because you did a sign.
I've tried to find it.
I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
the volume is totally off, and it's still in. That's just bizarre. Well, it's a political spam call, I'm sure, so they must have priority in getting through the volume. You gotta get you on it. I hate that on Sunday. So Nick, anything exciting going on?
Which room?
Yeah, good come back.
Yeah, I don't know where to start. Yeah.
I couldn't really put a time on it because I wasn't, you know.
Yeah, Gary must be worried because he went negative now. Copenhagen's been negative since the get-go, but Gary is now running negative ads also, and that's not really who he is as a person. So that's kind of interesting. But I'm not elected official. The school, I guess, but he's up in two. I think he'll run again. Really? Did you do that? Somebody's.
Where's the dirt?
Yeah.
They just put dirt in it.
Yeah.
Well, that's not 2 weeks.